What's up everyone, Jim Davis here. I'm going to go through the dynamic warm-up, some of the keys of technique and approach when it comes to the dynamic warm-up for return to training guidelines. This is going to be, first and foremost, this is going to be one of the most important parts of the day. We get to not only warm up, work on mobility, but I think we get to really set the tone for the day. We are looking for something that is technical first. Right? Warming up it doesn't just mean increasing body temperature. It also means setting the stage psychologically, within the culture of the day that makes sense for you. If we want to have a super technical day, let's start fast by having a super technical dynamic warm up. Okay, let's just not move through that swath of time and hope for the best. Let's get it right from the start. High knees are obvious enough. High knees, I think as often as we can, I'll show you some of the keys and also some things to look out for. As often as we can, it's real simple. No heels on the ground, knee up, toe up, work the arms, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of do this in place. Okay, obvious enough, high knees. Make sure what we ask is, we want knee to belt line, toe up in the air, dorsiflexed. What we'll watch, especially in these early return to training days, is people curling over, okay? Don't bring your chest to your knees, okay? Keep good, strong posture, scapula, shoulder blades reduced back and down, okay? Work the arms, knees up in the air. Don't bring your chest to your knees and contract the full musculature of the front. Butt kick is the same thing. This is actually one that probably goes wrong most often. A lot of people, when they hear butt kick as part of a dynamic warm-up, they just sort of do a lazy jog to 10 yards or whatever the distance is. The butt kick has to be, I'll show you from a side angle, from the shoulder to the knee, full on straight line, creating a 180-degree angle, okay, straight line, or behind, okay? So the butt kick has to bring us to some position similar to this. We're trying to open up the hip flexor just a little bit, contract the posterior chain. So butt kicks are happening like this. Again, what we don't want to see is just kind of lazy kicks like this with our heels coming back. We're looking for shoulder to knee, straight line down, butt kicks. Bodyweight squat should be fairly obvious. The way this works is, okay, we've done our high knees down, our butt kicks back, take a little breath, set our base, nice and steady, toes forward, wiggle the big toe, that'll activate the glutes and the posterior chain, and then we squat. Real basic, real simple. Some kids will think that that's a rest. It should not be. Lunge and twist is the next one. So lunge and twist. We have a whole video on lunges, so I highly recommend you look at that, check it out at some point. But to lunge, okay, and then twist, the lunge is obvious. The twist is into the up leg or the forward leg. So lunge and get a slight turn into the forward leg. Lunge, and I'm gonna go off camera here. So lunge, turn into the front leg. Okay, that's lunge and twist. Reverse lunge and twist is the same thing, okay, just backwards, okay? And then up and back, turn into the front leg, up and back, just like that. Frankenstein walk. Shoulders back, reach toward the opposite foot. So if I'm going right foot up, it's gonna be a fully extended flat leg, toe up, okay? I should feel this in my hamstring. Same with the opposite. But if I go right toe, I'm using a left hand, left toe, right hand, okay? So you'll have a subtle twist there. Again, you should feel it in your hamstrings a little bit. Common issue, don't let people, just like the other movements, bend into it, okay? Don't bring your chest to your toe, reach, okay? And if your legs are too long, you can't quite reach it, no problem. But the posture should maintain. Scorpion walk might take a little teaching, okay? You are essentially going to reach toward the ground, balancing on one foot. I'm gonna do it on my right foot first. Left foot is gonna curl back up behind me in the air like a scorpion tail, okay? And then I'm gonna drive up, step, reach toward it, up, step, boom, just like that. So it's almost like an RDL, or a single leg RDL, single leg Romanian deadlift, with a scorpion tail in the back, pulling right into a drive, a knee drive, and settle for the next step. Lateral shuffle right and left. Check the program. It'll either say fast or slow. You always got to start slow. Lateral shuffle is real basic. Think of yourself as a baseball player who's got to either get to second or back to the bag. You want your feet outside of your frame. They can never come within your frame. That's one thing to explain to kids, and maybe this is an important idea too. What do we mean by frame? Shoulder width. Okay, so outside the frame. It's just a nice, easy lateral shuffle. Hips back. I'm going to come toward the camera so you can see the angles. Hips back, good posture. Press through the toes, activate the glutes and posterior chain. Nice, easy shuffle right. We'll do the same thing heading back left. High knee Carioca is another athleticism builder. I wonder if this is going to be tricky early on. If it is, so what? We'll get better at it fast. Okay, so high knee Carioca essentially means, and I think we're pretty familiar with Carioca. It's behind and over, sort of a corkscrew motion with the hips and feet. High knee Carioca asks for the over part, and I'll show you what that means. The over knee to be up and high. So there's behind, resettle, up and over high, resettle. Behind, square. I'll do it at speed here. So, or medium speed. So behind, up and over, up and over. Notice that the corkscrew of the hips and the height of the knee are prioritized over speed. We might give ourselves some wiggle room to adjust this over time, but the idea is, again, set the pace for the whole day, okay? Build a culture based on technique first, then speed and intensity. Dynamic warm-up's a great way to do it. As you're doing this, make sure you take notes, and we'll discuss post-session.